Happy Tuesday, folks. Anthony Speciale here with Speciale Analysis, unedited and on the edge of the market. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week's going well so far. I know we're just tiptoeing into it, but this is an important video that we put out every week. This is our weekly position monitoring. So we've been watching a handful of publicly published stock trades, and we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at a couple of tickers that were just triggered this week also. So we're going to look at them as well. So without further ado, let's open up the chart. We'll dive right in. We'll keep it short and sweet, get right to the point. So we've been watching Netflix now for quite some time. You could see we were flying high, broke the 200-day. You had an impulse, consolidation, impulse. We are experiencing that same or similar style consolidation. We've advanced our stop to limit our risk. We're just looking for that next leg down. It's just a matter of time, hopefully, but we've limited the risk. We're just looking for this to tap our target. We got to just give it a little bit. Again, you could see large consolidation periods before influx of selling. So if history repeats itself, which, again, consolidation, selling, consolidation, selling, consolidation. If we continue selling, then this will work out just fine for us. Next up, we've been watching recently is PayPal. Guys, these are all published publicly in my TradingView account. It's all there for you. So, what do we got? We have this downward channel structure here. We had a break here, which offered a sell at 73.43. We placed a stop at 89.50, an entry target at 57. We can likely advance this target, and we can do that together right now so you can see the way that it's done. So what I'll do is I will come to the structure on the week of which we are currently trading. I will look for 1+%. Let's call it 39.65. We'll duplicate this. Make that 39.65. 39.65. That's our new target for this week. We're going to keep this in play just so we have it as a reference. We're going to make that tiny, but we know it's there. So what do we have? Prices really in another consolidation period, looking for the next leg down. Last week, we really ran into resistance here. Resistance, resistance. So as long as this pushes, we should see this push hopefully this week. You can see selling pressure keeps stepping in, stepping in. The black channel structure, price is reactive to. The teal channel structure, price is reactive to. Like to get a leg down. Now, you could do a couple things here. You could use the entry target as partial profit taking. You can use the entry target as, move your stop from where it is to break even. You could decide, how uniquely you would like to use it. That's ultimately up to you. But that is something that I encourage you. There's key areas in the market, and if you can use them to your advantage, you certainly should. So we're waiting to see PayPal give us that next leg down. It should give us the opportunity to either take some profits or advance our stop to at least right above this candle here. So it would really minimize our risk to make it very, very small. Next on the hit list, I'm going to hit two older ones, and then I'm going to work into the two new ones. So we've been watching Nike now for quite a few weeks. Initial entry was in here, which had a stop up here. It impulse corrected. We were able to advance the stop, and it impulsed again. Had a little strength come in last week, but the bias is still obviously to the downside. As long as this resistance structure stays in place, we have a target coming up below. If I zoom out, refresh my screen. There you go. $91 is what we're somewhere in that neighborhood of what we are looking for. So we're going to keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. We're just essentially looking for the next push. If we can get the next push, I'd like to advance my stop to right here on top of this candle, the high 114.72. So I would like to, if I can get a close below this low, a weekly close below this low, I would be very inclined to take my risk and put it to just right here. So that would be ideal. Next up, Amazon. Amazon, we had a break here, we had a break here. Our original stop was placed here. We'd advanced the stop to just, some protection. This is consolidating. If the market, had some strength last week, so obviously we had a big buying candle. The week before we had a big selling candle. Prior week was a big buying candle. So a lot of indecision right here. If we can get this baby to push, We have an original entry here, and then, of course, a target well below. So, we're keeping a close eye on this. We'll see what happens. If we can get it to go, sounds great. If not, there's very little risk at this point for somebody who's entertaining this as a new trade, but even still, we've mitigated the risk for somebody who's been in this for quite some time. Now, the two new hits for this week, gold. I was really looking for a settlement below 1790, as close to it as possible. Clearly, there was a lot more selling action. If we can get some form of retracement up into this area, while our target has the opportunity to grow, meaning our reward has the opportunity to grow, our target descends. Maybe this is considerable, but at the moment, unless you're a shorter time frame trend trader, you may find this information useful. But this is a valid sell signal. The target for this week is 1705. I would have a stop at 1851. That's where this trade goes bad, but I wanted to share it with you anyway. And last but certainly not least, the dollar index finally broke. Came out of this full channel extension, came out of this long-term channel. Entries 106.82, and the target is 109.58 and slightly descending. So we had a bit of consolidation right in this area. That's where the stop was placed below. This is the trigger candle. Price may come and find support here before it goes higher. Perhaps there could be some price improvement, perhaps not. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But this is a setup here. I'd like to see some retracement only to limit the risk a bit. If we get an area that bases here, we could then advance our stop. But at the moment, it needs this much room to breathe. So just keep in mind, much like the gold trade, there is a little more risk than there is reward as they currently sit. So you'll have to see if we can get creative with that, or if it's acceptable to you or not. So not to keep you for too long, that covers the hit list of what we've been watching, what is brand new. I hope this finds you well. I hope you've learned something today. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, I'm always available. info@specialanalysis.com. I'd be more than happy to help you. If you're also interested, I compose a newsletter on a weekly basis that covers 50 plus tickers. I dive into all the analysis, all the interpretation, all the actionable ideas. For somebody who has been around trading for a little while and you're looking to take your game to the next level, and you're looking for a professional analyst, to be on your side, to be your mentor, to be your guy, maybe worth a shot. I only charge it on a month-to-month basis. I don't want to ever hold anybody's money. If after 1 month's time you feel it's not for you, you go into the account yourself and you shut off your reoccurring payments. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to email me. You don't have to ask for it. It's all there in your control. So if you're interested, there's a link on the email. You can check it out. Read about the service. If you want an example of what it looks like, I'd be happy to send you a snippet of something. So with that, I'll let you go. Hope you have a great day. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, where we dive into a closed position that we were able to nab some profits on. So I'm going to break that position down so you get a feel for the way it all works, start to finish. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.